Hi, I'm Andrew, an engineer here at MATTR. In this video, we'll cover configuration of verifier web applications that can be used to request and verify digital credentials in an online platform or website. Here's an example of a configured verifier web application in an online store context. As you can see, we are looking to buy an age-restricted item. As we proceed through the checkout, we will be required to present proof of our age. Using the MATTR wallet, we can respond to this request. Select an appropriate credential and have it confirmed on the website that we are old enough to buy this product. We can use the MATTR Portal to configure verifier web applications that interact with your MATTR VII tenant. Let's see how easy it is to set this up. The first step is to define your trusted issuer list. This is a list of issuing authority certificates that your MATTR VII tenant will trust and accept when verifying credentials. If a presented credential is not on this list, it will not be verified. In this example, we're going to upload the issuer authority certificate that we created in the first video. You can find this under Certificates and Identifiers. After selecting the file, we can preview its contents and add it to our list. The next step is to configure your verifier application. A verifier application is a set of configuration that defines how your application will interact with your MATTR VII tenant. Let's create one. We'll create a verifier application for our Maggie's Groceries example that we saw earlier. We'll use the web type. And then for our allowed domains, we'll use the domain that our application is running on. We'll also enter the MATTR Portal domain, as this will enable your application configuration to be tested directly in the portal. For our verification result return method, we'll use directly in the front channel. Again, this allows testing to be completed easier. Later on in production, you may wish to switch this to being retrieved by the backend only for extra security. If you wish to know more about how this works, we have a tutorial on our Learn site. We support both same device and cross-device flow modes for verification. In the same device flow, users on a mobile device will be directed to their wallet to complete the verification process. In the cross-device flow, they'll be presented with a QR code to scan from their mobile device. If you select both, the Verifier Web SDK will detect the user's device and serve up the appropriate flow. For this example, we'll use a cross-device flow only. We have the option of entering some custom branding information or just showing simply the QR code. We'll enter some branding information and we can see a preview of this. Alternate text, a color, and some instructional text. As you can see, these are updated on our preview. Once that is done, we can go ahead and create our configuration. Now that we've created our configuration, we can use the test function to run credential queries and check the results. The credential query is where you define the claims that you wish to request from your users or holders. In our grocery store example, we were wanting to check that customers are over the age of 18. So we'll add this in. You may wish to request other information at the same time, depending on your application. It's important to note that the credential query that you enter here is just for testing purposes. The actual query that will be used by your application will be defined in your SDK integration. Let's try this out. We can respond to this request using our wallet. We can see the claims that have been requested. Choosing a credential, we can see the results of this returned. So in this example, we can see age over 18 is true, and we can allow this customer to proceed with their purchase. Other information we requested wasn't available in their credential, but was not mandatory for us either. At the same time, we can check an example query that we could use to integrate with our website using the Verifier Web SDK. We can also, for debugging purposes, inspect the full response of this verification. That's it. We've covered configuration and testing of a Verifier web application within the MATTR Portal. If you'd like to know more about how to integrate the Verifier Web SDK with your application, you can head to the Learn website where you'll find a tutorial.